Approximately 55% of the world's population live in urban areas or cities, and I am one of those people. I spent the last 13 years working in city centre offices. Our modern city lifestyles are constantly allowing us, encouraging us, or even at times forcing us to sit down and be lazy. I too live that lazy city lifestyle. I sit while I wait for the train. I sit on the train. I sit while waiting for a bus. I sit on the bus. We sit all day at our desks and even on our lunch breaks. And then again when we get home. We don't walk upstairs anymore, or down them for that matter. And sometimes we don't even see any stairs. We barely even need to put one foot in front of the other, even when we're outside. My name's Nick, and I am fat. Okay, so I know haven't seen my toes in 5 years and need to ride in a mobility scooter fat, and the fire brigade aren't going to take down the wall of my apartment and airlift me out fat, but I am still modern, Western, lazy office worker fat, and that is not good, and it really isn't healthy. I actually used to be pretty fit. About 10 years ago in the summers, I used to go and work on a farm, and this is what I looked like when I worked on a farm. Then about 5 years ago, even though I was into my office work life, I still had the energy and drive to hit the gym, and this is what I looked like back then. So I think you can see that this and this are still pretty good. However, I then moved to Australia, and when I got to Australia, I looked like this. I began living the stressful, sedentary 9-to-5 city work life, where you're just too stressed and exhausted after work to hit the gym, so you hit the couch and the snacks instead. And it starts off like, oh no, I had a snack accident. And then the next minute, you just have a mountain of snacks, and there's nothing you can do but just shove those snacks in your fat face. It is a downward spiral that is exceedingly hard to get out of. You just crave that hit, those endorphins that the sugar and the chocolate and everything gives you. And because you're so stressed during the day, you just keep topping up with sugar and chocolate, trying to keep your endorphins up, trying to balance out that stress. And it's just a downward spiral. It's a very dangerous one that can lead to diabetes and other illnesses. My 950-day challenge isn't only about upskilling my mind. It's not just about learning new skills that can earn me money in other ways. It's also about improving my health and fitness as well. I need to find ways of getting out of this rut of eating terrible food and having terrible eating habits and not going to the gym because I'm too stressed or too tired. So the first thing to do is to gauge exactly how badly I've let myself go in the last 2 years. Before, as we saw, I was quite fit and healthy, whereas now I think I'm probably the least healthy I've been in the last maybe 14 years. I'm kind of ashamed of myself. But what we're gonna have to do is take measurements. And on day, whatever day that says, of this challenge, which was September the 1st, 2019, I actually went and took measurements and put myself through a fitness test. Also went to a fitness tracking machine in the local pharmacy, which also gave me measurements of my blood pressure, it's just up here above you, blood pressure, heart age, weight, BMI, body fat percentage, and diabetes risk. Spoiler alert, they're not good results. So I've got a measuring tape, and I'm going to take measurements all over. What's 9 centimeters in inches again? And I'm also going to be testing myself fitness-wise, doing push-ups, planks, squats, burpees, pull-ups, a 30-minute run, and that's going to be followed up by an inflexibility test. Unflexibility, inflexibility, not flexibility. I'm not flexible. A test to see how not flexible I am. So that's what I'm doing. The push-ups is going to be how many push-ups in a row I can do. The plank is for the number of seconds or minutes I can hold it for. Squats is how many squats in a row I can do. Burpees is how long is it going to take me to do 15 burpees in a row. Pull-ups is how many pull-ups in a row I can do. and how far I can run in 30 minutes. That's the test. And then that's going to be followed by my results on the fitness machine. Okay, so let's just get on with the results. And at the beginning of this test, on September the 1st, I was 38 years and 2 weeks old. I'm 183.5 centimeters and I weighed 88.8 kgs. I don't know what that is in pounds, but Google it. So, belly. Took some belly measurements and I ended up being 104 centimeters, which is 41 inches. My right arm and left arm ended up being exactly the same at 35 centimeters, which is 14 inches. My chest, the old chesticles, ended up being 112 centimeters, which is 44 inches. I didn't take my cup size. And my right and left legs, I don't know what's going on here. I look quite a lot like this owl. Ridiculous, I know. I've got some work to do, but my right and left legs ended up being exactly the same at 55 centimeters. So this is the thigh, 55 centimeters at 22 inches. So those are my measurements. Right here, this is the list of measurements we got. Right, and now on to the exercises, which were not good. These results are terrible. Okay, so push-ups in a row. I managed 24 push-ups in a row. Not good. Plank time held, 54 seconds. The number of squats I could do in a row, so this is unweighted squats, was 32. Then on to burpees, which was the length of time it took me to do 15 burpees. So it took me 58 seconds, so just under a minute to do 15 burpees, which is not good. Then we went on to the number of pull-ups I could do. Now, I can't do many, apparently. I could do one and a bit. I mean, I don't mean to show off, you know, I did one. Yeah, one and a bit. Awful, awful. Next we have the 30-minute run, which was how far can I run within that 30-minute time period. And when I used to look like this back in my office days several years ago, I was actually running around, probably at my peak, I think I was running 5Ks in 20 minutes. Now, I'm not that good anymore. I actually ran 3.8 Ks in 30 minutes, which is atrocious. That's awful. That's really, really bad. Now we move on to my inflexibility test, and as you can see, I can't even touch my toes. My knees are no way gonna get to the floor, and I can't even touch my toes standing up. So that's with gravity helping me out. That's awful. This is really bad. Box splits are completely out of the question. I've got a long way to go to increase my flexibility. And finally, we're going to move on to the results from the health tracker machine that I used. And this was just in my local pharmacy down the road, which was brilliant. It's very convenient and it was free. Here are the results from the health tracker. And as you can see, they're all a lovely shade of amber there. Warning lights are going off. And we can see that my blood pressure is too high. My heart age is 41. Now it says it's 4 years older than what I currently am. I think I put a fake date of birth in because, you know, you don't want to go giving out your real details to these machines. My weight and BMI is 88.8 kgs and my BMI is 26.5. And then we've got my body fat percentage. So a quarter of me is fat. Brilliant. And finally, we got the diabetes risk. So we're at an intermediate risk of the BTs right now. So that's not great. Not great at all. Okay, so to summarize, as of September the 1st, 2019, I'm fat, I'm weak, and I'm unfit. And here are all the results on screen, just to show you everything all in one go. Here we have the results of my fitness test, my measurements, and also the health tracker. Okay, so the question is, what am I actually going to do to change this utter shambles of a human being that I've become? Because it needs to change. Changes need to be made. The first thing I'm going to change is my nutrition. That's obviously a very important one. It's the fuel for your body. And if you've ever watched Joe Rogan's podcast, he'll tell you, you got to change your nutrition. So what am I going to do? I need to learn new recipes for one. I need to learn how to cook wholesome, healthy foods. I need to only eat whole foods, which, you know, no processed foods, or really cut down on those processed foods. Sorry, bacon. And I'm going to have to cut out biscuits, crisps, or potato chips, if you call them that, chocolate, ice cream, which I don't really eat, but that's out, cake, donuts. I'm gonna miss donuts. And you know, fizzy drinks and sodas, they've all got to go. I'm also going to start intermittent fasting again. Now, I have some friends that say it's terrible for you, and I have some friends that swear by it. I personally swear by it. I'm not telling you to do it. If you want to do intermittent fasting, then please see your doctor first. Don't listen to me. However, I found it fantastic for me when I've done it before. What I do is I fast for 20 hours and I eat within a 4-hour eating window. And I found that allows my body to actually use up my fat stores and use all the food that I'm eating in that 4-hour window. And I find that my energy levels are very stable throughout the day, and I sleep better and I lose weight, and I seem to put on a little bit of lean muscle mass, but I wasn't working out as hard as I'm intending to going forward. Also, I'm gonna have to start working out. Sorry, couch, my butt is no longer yours. I've got a gym across the road, which I'm a member of. I've got a gym in the building that's free. So I really have no excuses. I've got to start hitting the gym. I've got to start hitting the weights and doing some cardio again. I used to have a fantastic personal trainer. I'm going to basically put his training into practice, as well as previous martial arts and boxing training that I've done. So that's all going to go into practice, and I'm just going to up my cardio. I've obviously got to sort out my running, so that's going to be a thing. And I'm basically just going to be moving more frequently. You know, no more just sitting down. If there's stairs, I'm going to walk up the stairs. If there's an escalator, they're moving stairs, people. I think they were originally designed for people to walk up them to speed up the process, not just to stand on them. But everyone just stands on them. It's weird. So I'm going to make sure I always walk up escalators or take the stairs, and just basically just move wherever I can. The goal is ultimately to make this a lifestyle change, so I'm constantly getting fitter and healthier. I'm putting good fuel in my body, and I'm actually using my body rather than being sedentary and stationary. However, I want to actually test myself over different increments. So 3 months after the initial tests were taken, so the initial tests were taken on September the 1st, 3 months later, which will be December the 1st, I'm gonna do those again. I'm gonna take the health tracker test again, I'm gonna take the measurements again, and I'm gonna go through the planks, the squats, the burpees, the pull-ups, and the run again, and we'll see how far I've come and how much I've managed to push myself and improve within 3 months. So keep your eye out for that video, because that will be coming out in, well, it'll be 4 weeks now. And that's about it for this video, guys. Basically, yeah, I'm fat, so really fancy a donut. Thanks for watching. I'm glad I've body shamed myself. I'm kind of embarrassed to release this video, to be honest, but I figure if I release this video, then it's gonna shame me and really push me to actually get in better shape, because everybody knows how terrible I look now. Anyway, I'm going to head off now, hit the gym, do some exercises. Let me know in the comments below if you feel the same, or if you have any workout plans that work for you, or if you've tried fasting, or if you have any other methods. Also, if you have any great dietary advice, if you have any good nutrition advice, if you have any tasty meals that you like to, use or utilize to actually increase your energy and help you work out more, then please put those in the comments below. That will be very, very helpful for me. Thanks a lot. And again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Keep challenging yourselves, guys. Keep making yourselves better than you were every day yesterday. Keep making yourselves better than you were yesterday, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.